As 30 years in the professional matchmaking business, I have some things that I really consider to be red flags when you're dating someone. One of the things is you haven't heard from them. When you haven't heard from someone, it means they're not interested. If there's long periods of time where they're absolutely ghosting you or they're not around, it means that they're not committed to the relationship. That's the time to move on. Block him or her so they're not wasting your time. Another thing I find really frustrating when my clients tell me about it is low effort. People that like you make an effort. They make plans. They carve out time in their life for you so that you can spend time with them. Anybody that really likes you will exhibit this behavior. If you're not hearing from them, if they're kind of dialing it in, or if they haven't made any serious plans with you and you show up and you've done all the work, it's time to move on. Another thing I see again and again as a matchmaker is someone that says they're not ready for a relationship right now, or they're not sure they're ready. That means they're not for you. You've come to a matchmaker because you're ready and serious about being in a long-term relationship. And letting someone have any kind of latitude with that is simply not the way to go. If somebody's not ready for a relationship, what they're saying is, I'm not ready for a relationship with you. And they never will be. So don't waste a year or 2 or 3 on someone who can't commit and won't commit to you. Another red flag I see again and again is someone who runs down their ex. Someone should be saying to you, they were a nice person, but it wasn't a good match, or keeping it very low key. If they're running them down, eventually it'll be you that'll be in the headlights. So keep that in mind when you're seeing someone. Another thing I see again and again is people in relationships trauma dumping. So they go on a date or 2 dates and they start to feel comfortable, and they end up spending a lot of time telling you about their past bad experiences, their family of origin problems, their last relationship. You are not a therapist. It is not your job to be a therapist for someone that you're dating. It's different when you're in a relationship, maybe you're married to someone and life's up and downs happen, and then of course you share and you go through things together. But this is a date. You're not required to weigh in with your opinion. You're not required to listen to hours of things that are negative or bad or happened to someone in the past. What you should be doing is looking for someone who can have fun, who can be fun, who's prioritizing the future instead of the past. Another real red flag is over-the-top flattery, or someone who says things like, oh, I've never met anyone as amazing as you. This is a real problem, especially if they don't know you very well, because who are they falling in love with or obsessing about? Someone they don't know. I would say set some limits, set some boundaries. Say, well, you really don't know anything about me, and I have to get to know you before I know if we're a good match or if we have things in common. It's very important to set your own boundaries, and if people listen to those boundaries and are able to work with that, that's a good sign. If somebody isn't and they continue to love bomb you, you need to move on. One of the things you should keep in mind when you're looking at a new partner is, do they have their own friends and family that they like spending time with? Because you should have your own friends and family that you like spending time with. It's a sign of a healthy person. It's a sign of a person that needs and has been able to make connections, which is really important. You can't be everything for someone. They need to have an outside source of affirmation and fun and happiness. So if somebody's asking you or telling you they don't like your friend or they don't like your family, what they're starting to do is they're trying to separate you from those things. Also, it's a sign that maybe they don't have that support network of their own. And for me, that would be a big red flag.